How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams. Just wanted to do a video early in the morning for you guys. So what we're going to be talking about are some stocks that I've been adding to my position on dips. One of the things we need to take in consideration and take advantage of is this correction that we have going on. This is the time where you can get a lot of stocks you've been looking at a big time discount. So I'm going to be sharing these stocks with you. I've shared them before on the channel, especially NNDM. But to give you an idea of what we're going to be talking about, there's NNDM, there's also BNGO, which is Bio-Nano-Genomics, and also we're going to be talking about Forest Road Acquisition Corp, which is a SPAC that's supposed to be merging with the Beachbody company. I love these three stocks. There's some other stocks, but for now we're going to be focusing on these. So let's get into it. All right, we're going to be doing a quick technical analysis on NNDM. This is a stock that has a 52-week high of $17.89, and it wasn't that long ago. You already know that we're already in a correction at the moment. A lot of stocks have pulled back quite a bit. So what I want to show you guys and update you guys on, if you're thinking about putting in a position, what are some areas that you may want to consider? So as we could see over here, we ended up hitting a low of $8.85 last week on February the 26th. Of course, this was during pre-market where there's a lot less volume, but these are areas where it is not a bad idea to add. Like I said, my cost average is at $6.75. But now let's take a look at what's happening in regards to how it's been moving. So we can see here, looking at February the 26th, which was on the Friday, and also during regular trading hours, we had a strong support here at $9.51 when it made that dip. So that's something to take into consideration, especially for today when the regular trading hours start. Another support area that we need to take a look at is $9.69. Let's call it $9.70. As you can see here on the Friday, it did a pretty good job bouncing off this particular area. Now when we take a look at Monday, we see that we had a support here right at $9.87. So taking a look at this, the good thing is we've been seeing the support actually starting to pick up. And this is what we want to look for, especially if we want to see a stock moving towards the upside. But now let's take a look at the next support area that was being built. We have one here at $10 and around 20 cents. So $10.20, we can see it did a really good job in this particular area, hit the 17, but we could say it really respected the $10.20 area all the way from around 10:30 in the morning till market close. And it's literally moved up in after hours to around a high of $10.60. But as you can see here, we end up having a gap down into the pre-market. Let me just extend out the chart so you guys can see this. It is really early right now. It's about 5:52 a.m. So you can see right here around 4:30 had a price of $10.11, and now it's at $10.17. What I want to tell you guys, and when you see that low of $10.03, if you can get this stock under $10, this is a good consideration. All right. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I'm not going to be telling you what to do. You should already know what you need to do and use your own due diligence and your own judgment. But anything under $10 for NNDM is a steal. I definitely love adding to a position when it's under $10 because you know when they do have the run up, we're going to see some excitement. You can even see over here it ran up to $10.66 during regular trading hours when it ended up reaching its all-time high. But we also did have to take a look here. We had a lot. Look at this. Take a look at this. We worked in this area of $10.35 alone, right? We also noticed as it went on, especially from here at 134, we had a resistance area right here at 1040. So, and then you see here in after hours, got to $10.60. Like I said, if you can catch it at $9, it is a great idea. I'm definitely adding on the dips, and that's what I wanted to update you guys on. Also as well, if we take a look at the RSI here, you guys already know if it's close to 30 or under 30, you know you're going to be getting some good value. That means that it is oversold. So when you see these particular indicators telling you this, it's something to consider. Like, even when we see the low that it got down here at $10.03, look where the RSI is. 13? Hey, I hope you guys are taking advantage of these opportunities when you see them, all right? Especially for building out your position. Like I said, this is not financial advice. All right, so you're going to be taking a look at Forest Road Acquisition Corp, doing a technical analysis. I've already talked about this company already. This is a SPAC, to be exact, that's supposed to be merging with the Beachbody company. I have been adding on these dips as well, and I want you guys to actually see, and also maybe you might be thinking about actually considering to do so as well. So we could see before we've had this whole drastic pullback inside the market, it's definitely reached some highs, right? Let's go all the way back even further. We've seen it reach a high literally of $18.20 on February the 22nd. So now what we need to take a look at is what was the serious low that has happened recently. So you can see here on February the 25th, which was last week, we had a low here right at $11.88, and then made another low on February the 26th, as you can see right here at $11.74. Even if you didn't catch it in any of these particular areas, I think anywhere under $12 is a steal. I'm going to say it again. It is a steal. Because especially when the market begins to recover, we're looking at a stock that has a tremendous amount of upside. So looking at, these are the support areas, it seems to be holding very, very well. Whenever it touches the 1170s, it seems to be recovering very, very quickly. Another strong support level that we could see here from the 25th, and is also still being respected all the way up to yesterday, is right here. And that's around $12.50, 49 cents. But let's just call it from $12.45 to $12.50. Even this particular area is not a bad place to add as well. Even if we go up a little bit further to see where there's been some resistance. Let me go closer in on the chart here. So you can see here, we definitely, all the way from over here on February 25th, we had a resistance level that was going on for quite a bit when it made that dip, right? So literally we could see it was here around just under $13. Look how long that stayed. So literally up until the end of Friday, that was literally that strong resistance area. Pretty much the stock had a hard time getting past. But as you can see, we ended up blowing past that today and getting up to 1340. I said yesterday 1340, and that ended up being a resistance. So it made another newer resistance level, but at the same time, looks like the market is a little bit down today in the morning. A lot of stocks have been down, to be exact. So it's definitely an area of opportunity. That's how I look at it. I don't look at it as a bad thing. This is a place where you get to buy stocks that you're actually really interested in at a really good price. So we could see right here, there's some strong support here around 1260. This was literally happening from around 252 going all the way until the close. So that's something to consider, and definitely an area where we could see where it closed at was at 1268. So that's another thing. So you could see that right here. And with the current price where it is right now, it's at 1250. So it's definitely looking like it might retest under the 1250 area during regular trading hours. And if it does, be on the lookout for that area, in the sense of where you could see where we hit 1230. I'll bring the chart back to show you guys. See where we hit, see a support area here at 1231. And then the next one, let's bring it out a little bit further. Honestly, if it breaks 1231 by the look of it, do not hesitate. Do not even be like thinking whether this is a good deal or not if it gets back down to that $12 area. That $12 area is not a bad place to add. I'm going to say it again. That $12 area is definitely not a bad place to add if you're considering it. And like I said, if you can catch anywhere below that, especially these 1170s, you can't go wrong. And if it even ends up dipping any further than that, and again, this is assuming nothing drastically has changed or there hasn't been any devastating news, you are putting yourself in a great position. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis on BNGO, Bio-Nanogenomics. It's been a very long time since I talked about this stock, but since we're having a correction and pullback in the market, I see a very, very big opportunity. If you are considering to buy on the dip, I've done so as well. So it's going to be up to you whether you want to take advantage of this opportunity or not. All right. So we could see here like BNGO literally has a 52-week high of $15.69, which was recently hit on the 16th of February, as you could see here. So we've already seen that there's been a big time correction inside the market where we've seen lows of $8.05, and now currently it ended up closing the day regular trading hours at $9.84. So what we're going to do is take a look at some support and resistance areas that we need to be aware of. So I'm just going to put it down here on the 1 day, 1 minute quickly so we could see something recently. Perfect. So, you know what? Let's kind of make some more space, actually, and just bring it in, because I really want you guys to really notice and see something. So when we take a look at support and resistance, we've already seen right here, we literally have a resistance level here of $10.92 on February the 25th, which was last week, Thursday. And we have never been able to actually get back to that point. We see another resistance level here on February the 26th on the Friday, which we ended up getting in the morning, the same high. No, sorry, not the same, but the same amount of time where we had on a Thursday when we hit $10.92 of $10.70. And then it's just getting even lower ever since. And if we take a look here, we ended up hitting a high today at $10.32. Still not surpassing the pre-market high, which is one of the reasons we need to take a look at as well, because if we would have passed this particular level here at $10.39, no doubt in my mind we could have been able to test right here at $10.50. But what we're looking at here, we're seeing some support for BNGO. So we saw here like last week on Friday, take a look at this area. So we could see all the way from around 120 to close on Friday. This was a resistance area. But yesterday, on Monday, this started becoming a support area for a good majority of the day before having a sell-off towards the end. As you can see, we did a pretty decent job in the after hours holding down this $9.79 area, because as you can see, we did a good job bouncing off of it, right? Staying above it. But we kind of gapped down today in the morning. Like you could see, it's 6:13 a.m. And one of the things I want to kind of show you, if you end up seeing BNGO get down to this $9 range at any point during the week, this is not a bad place to add. I'm not saying right now that this is high, because again, this stock is at a discount. But at the same time, if you want to get a lower entry, look out for that 950 area. It did end up being a support area here, as you could see on the Friday. It didn't really test it yesterday, but if it does test it, it's an area to think about adding. Another area that we could take a look at if you really want to be frugal about it, which is there's nothing wrong with that, because that just means when it does pop, more profit, right? Look, we have an area here that we could take a look at around 920. And if it pulls back even further, let's take a look at here, right? We have an area of support that was tested, and this was around $8.51. But keep in mind, it got down to $8 here, but recovered fairly quickly, and it's something to take into consideration. But hey, those are some areas that you can look at adding. So you have 8, we also have $8.50, we also have $9. So these are some areas to add, and if you wanted to add a little bit even here around $9.50, that's not a bad idea, right? As you can see, there's some support in these areas. But what it's looking like right now, especially on that yesterday that happened, we had some resistance, right? Those are some areas we only got above it once, where it was literally at 10. You don't need to pay 10 for BNGO. If you can get it under 9, that's still a good look. Even if we take a look at the RSI over here, when it hit this low around 959, the RSI was literally in the 30s, and that's always a good sign, around 31 and so forth. So as you can see, and if you've noticed something, I love having diversity in the stocks that I pick and the stocks that I choose to have investments in. If you look at Forest Road Acquisition Corp, this is in the health and fitness space. If you look at NNDM, we already know this is in the space in regards to 3D printing. And if you look at Bio-Nanogenomics, this is in the genomic area as well. So I try to make sure that as far as my portfolio is concerned, is that I have diversity and also be able to take advantage of certain trends that are going on in the particular industries. And this pullback gives me a very, very big opportunity. Another thing that I want to stress out is dollar cost averaging. Considering we're having a pullback and a correction right now, some of these stocks that I mentioned can end up hitting even lower lows. So one thing to consider, instead of putting one lump sum in one trade or in one investment just like that, think about spreading it out. I've made this example over and over again, but it's one of the best things you can do. It is a great way also to eliminate the feeling of saying, well, I wish I had more money to put into this stock, but I put it in this stock, or I put this much when I did buy this one stock originally. To get rid of all of that and to stop that from happening, dollar cost averaging is your best friend. And it is a great time to do that right now while the market is down. Because when the market recovers, I'm telling you right now, these three stocks are going to have quite the run and they're going to make some serious moves. So just do that and just make sure you keep your eyes open and you're paying attention, especially if you're really interested in the company that you're thinking about investing in. Hope you guys enjoy your day, and I'm going to be coming back on later today to drop the joke of the day and just cover some stocks that we cover on the channel. And who knows, if I come across something else, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Peace.